The Channel Mom Show, celebrating you with Jenny Dean Schmidt.
If you're a busy mom, get someone else to send your personalized cards for much less than a store-bought card and stamp. It's that easy. Just click on Send Out Cards.
First, my commentary. Are you ready, Josh?
Yes.
Okay.
Hit me.
All righty. If you're driving in your car, or you're listening in your kitchen, or you're listening to our podcast, or maybe watching this as a video on channelmom.com, or if you're sitting in the studio with me like Joshua, I really and truly hope that what I'm about to say is exactly what you need to hear this morning. I hope it changes your day and gives you new hope. Okay, you probably know, if you listen to the introduction to this show, that I come from the TV news world, where I learned very quickly how people in the spotlight are honored, not necessarily because they're doing anything good for the world, but simply because they're in the spotlight. When I used to be in TV news, I experienced this directly, which we'll get to in a second. Let me give you this example. TV news can be a very nasty business. TV reporters, like I was, make a living off of other people's tragedies. It's just the truth. But here's the really weird part. People would hate us when we were out in the field doing stories on something like a car wreck or a murder, because we were doing something negative and covering something negative. But they would love us and ask us for our autograph simply because we were on TV. I know firsthand how much they loved us because of the special treatment I received when I was on television. In some ways, I lived a glamorous life. Of course, I was not Angelina Jolie. I was not nearly that famous, but people did treat me like a local celebrity. They would ask me for my autograph. They would offer me free dinners and free clothing. I was invited to fly on the vice president's plane. I interviewed scores of famous people, including 2 presidents and some pop stars. I'll tell you what, I bought into it. I thought I was more important just because I was in the spotlight and I was on TV, even though I wasn't necessarily doing anything good for the world. However, since becoming a mother, I have learned how I was misled by the special treatment I received when I was on television. I've learned about how this world glorifies the people who are seen. These folks are not honored because they're contributing anything great to the world. They're honored because they're famous or because they're rich or basically both. Think about the people that are in the news sometimes, that if you saw them on the street, they've been in the news for a scandal and people still run up to them for their autographs just because they were on the news and they were on television. So my first point today is that our world glorifies the wrong people for the wrong reasons. We do not idolize people who feed the hungry or people who tend to the sick. Instead, we worship people who make touchdowns or music videos. People like professional athletes or pop stars. We're told that the ultimate dream is to be as rich as Bill Gates or have a body like Britney Spears. And our children are told that they should grow up to play Major League Baseball, and that is all, or to be supermodels. Personally, I believe that those examples can be very destructive. I mean, they've got maybe 80 years on the planet, and we tell them that throwing a baseball is more important than feeding a hungry person, or being on the cover of People is more important than loving the people in their lives, or that earning tons of cash is more important than maybe staying home and raising a child. I think that when we hold up these kind of ideals, we're overlooking the people who give the most to our world. I mean, honestly, let's be honest. What has your favorite celebrity done to make the world a better place? There are a few out there, but not a lot. Now, of course, the point of my talk is not to bash American culture, celebrities, professional athletes. I'm not here to bash them. Instead, I just want to point out what we are up against as mothers. As moms, you have to deal every single day with messages in magazines and newspapers, on TV and radio and movies that suggest that you're a nobody. We're told almost every day as mothers and almost everywhere that we go, and that what we do as moms is not really very important. It's not glamorous. It's certainly not going to make us rich and famous. So my mission is to help moms like you see the value of mothering, no matter what our culture is saying to you. You matter. Your work in this world single-handedly can make the world a better place. If you are working to raise kind and helpful and responsible and strong children into great adults, you moms, and the dads too, frankly, hold the future of the world in your hands. Please embrace the importance of your job as a parent. Enjoy it and do it well for the sake of all of us. Okay, Josh, you can only agree with that, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
Well, how could you disagree?
It's your show. I can't disagree with you.
I'm not going to beat you up or anything, but I mean, you may take exception. You may say, well, Jenny, I happen to think it's a great thing to be a Major League Baseball player, and who cares if that's the kind of thing we hold up and say is more important than being a mom?
Well, I mean, I like Major League Baseball players, but no, I think you're on the right track.
Thank you.
I don't think we need to glorify them because they play a sport.
Yeah. And I experienced it, as I said, on a very, very small level, but people run up to me in the grocery store, oh my gosh, can I have your autograph? Because I just told them about a car wreck on the evening news. But when I became a mom, when I was raising the next generation, nobody said, oh my gosh, can I have your autograph? You're raising a kid.
Yeah, here you said people. I'm pretty famous around here, Jenny.
I know
people know my name.
May I have your autograph? Actually, I'd rather have your autograph when you're a dad. How about that?
Perfect.
Okay.